Now I've made a video about homosexuality, and then in a negative way, of course. Um, and that means that people will then say, well, this is a hate video. This is not good. You're a homophobe or something. So let's make a little analysis about what is hate and what is love. Um, and the Bible describes what hate is. It doesn't really give a definition per se, but you can make a definition. So in Numbers and in Deuteronomy, there are passages that talk about hate, and we can take out, I'm not going to read them all, but we can take elements in the realm of hate, all right, like the manslayer who kills. Hate has intent, lying in wait to kill someone. His enemy, seek his harm, strikes him fatally, being at enmity. So this is also a form of hate, another word. Dies or died. So a general biblical definition of hate might be something like a state of mind in which a person willingly wants another person to die or be harmed. Now, um, now we have to look at what love then means. So I'm going to change the screen, and here we have the Bible again, because many people will think that, so this is the New Testament, this is the Old Testament. So the New Testament, then we have Jesus, and everything suddenly is love, right? Some people have that impression, but that's not true. So if we go to Leviticus, Leviticus is, I've pointed it out here. So this is the beginning of the Bible, the Old Testament, and you have Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, so it's the third book. Already in the third book, it reads, "Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord." So this is what God actually says himself. And grudge means something like a hateful feeling. Now this continues into the New Testament. We have the same sort of words. Love your enemy. So you have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. So this is the beginning of the New Testament. Matthew is the first book. But then after Jesus, this still continues. So this is Romans. So Paul, Paul writes letters to different people, for example, the Romans. And then he writes, "Let no debt remain outstanding, except the continuing debt to love one another. For whoever loves others has fulfilled the law. The commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, and whatever other command there may be, are summed up in this one command. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no evil to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law." So you see, there is a continuous line throughout the Bible that says that love is actually very good. So it's the fulfillment of the law. And now we have to fill these love and hate, let's say, definitions into the mechanism of good and evil.